Hello everybody, my name's Ardendrous, and welcome back to Sunless Sea. We're here at Fallen London, which is not actually where we ended the last episode, but you can see some of the remnants of how the last episode ended. So, quick recap. Things just did not go our way. We started up here in the Empire of Hands, and we're going to travel all the way down to the Shellinate for the bandaged cook mission. But we didn't have the supplies, so we ended up traveling all the way back to Fallen London. Did what we needed here, picked up some supplies, traveled down this way, stopped at Fathom King, and turned in the golden apple. That's one of the bright points of last episode. It's one of the few bright points of last episode, in fact. But anyways, stopped, got some supplies for a little bit of terror, turned in the apple. I think it gave us like a hearts or a veil, or it gave us a 1 of 1 stat and a secret. But anyways, we can continue on to the Shellinate, where we were supposed to continue on with the bandaged cook's mission. But turns out that despite no indication that this was the case, we need 3 hunting trophies to continue on down here. And the best way to get hunting trophies is to kill like the strong 150 to 250 health monsters, which we are not prepared to fight yet. So I was a little frustrated at that. But we need to upgrade our ship a little bit before we can continue on with the bandaged poissonnier, the bandaged cook. So, traveled north a little more. Found like this wrecked ship here that looked like it could have been really cool. But we couldn't explore it because we didn't have a candle on us. Because, we're always carrying these candles in our limited hold space. So of course any cool thing is going to require them, even though it's like a rare event that actually needs them. But I'm digressing again. So that frustrated me. And it's about here where we start running low on fuel and terror starts going high. Or, I suppose terror was about 70 or so here. Then we turn over to Port Cecil. Turn in, it was one of our Stygian ivories, I think. So continue on with to complete the first part of the Principal's End mission. Ended up with a secret or 2, I don't quite remember, and 7 Skintalak. We still have 10 on us. But anyways, after that, that's the good part. And we also figured out, or at least I figured out, and was working through it, how to get 5 out of the 6, or 4 out of the 5. I don't remember exactly how many things we need for the Port Cecil mission. But it turns out 5 of the 6, or 4 out of the 5, or whatever, are really easy. In fact, we continued on up to Mount Palmerston and Irem, picked up one of the items at Mount Palmerston for 35 echo. Then we picked up a Watchful Curio and a long box here in Irem. We were then able to turn in the Watchful Curio at Polythreme for, for this thing, the Wakeful Idol, and which will be turned in for, again, the next part of the Principal's End. And the Sooth and Cooper long box will turn in for a Heart Metal Ingots, which will also complete one of the quests. And then we have this thing, the Ambiguous Eolith. That's the 3rd of the, I guess there are 5. So, that will finish up that, and that, leaving just a Fluke Core. Which is the main problem, because those things are super strong and have 400 health, and the only way to get a Fluke Core is to kill one, and we're just not prepared for that yet. So, to continue on with both the Principal's End and the Bandaged Cook missions, we need to upgrade the ship. Which is fine, but that's not the end of the problems from last episode. We start traveling back, start curling back towards, down like this, stopping at Polythreme to turn in the Watchful Curio for the Wakeful Idol. And it's here where I make what is probably a silly little mistake, but it's a mistake that only gives us 5 terror, which is enough to put us up to 100. And we get to here before we get a mutiny, bringing us down to 3 out of 10 crew. We were at like 30 Hall or whatever, but I stopped at Pigmoat on the way back here to Fallen London. But yeah, we got that far before getting a mutiny, turned back, and stopped in Polythreme. I just made the rest of my way back to Fallen London, stopping at Port Cecil for fuel and Pigmoat for repairs, in case we ran into something along here. But yeah, I literally sat down at my desk like 30 minutes ago, before I even got to start recording as I made my way back to Fallen London. So that was fun. But anyways, I guess we can do our stuff we need to do here in Fallen London. Breath of Relief to bring us down to 50 terror. Collect messages. Might as well, he'll pay us 1,000 and give us 200 echo. Where... Polythreme. Okay. We're probably heading back that way at some point anyways. But anyways... we have some things to sell here and some things to do. We're going to be buying up fuel and supplies in a second. But first, we're going to sell off all of the Skintillac. It's like pretty good price, and it's just taking up quite a bit of space. And plus we're going to get 7 every time we turn in another object, and we have 3 more things to turn in right now. So it's 490... yeah, like 1,300 and something echo, or something like that. 1,400 something. Anyways. 470. Oh, 1,470. That's quite a bit of echo. Math was difficult there for a second. I wish we could just buy hunting trophies somewheres. But anyways, we're going to get into looking to upgrade the ship in just a second. But let's hire on a couple crew members. We'll do one more just to put us up to 10. New recruits. Yes! Finally! We rolled a 3. Or a 4. Doesn't really matter which. A 4. The Genial Magician. This is the final officer we need. Or, well... yeah. Actually, yeah. We're going to need to go through his mission in order to get the Serpentine, which is like a pretty good engine. But... engage an officer, the Genial Magician. Good afternoon, Captain. Perhaps I can do your engine some good. No, I'm quite the engineer. You forgot the credit, isn't it? But here are my references. Welcome aboard. I'll get to work below. Perhaps I should change out this jacket first, of course. Appoint your new officer by dragging him from the officer's tab to his lot. Yep. We now have a Genial Magician. We lost 50 echo. No more recruits. Read the morning papers. Jam with your family. Just enjoy their company. Lost 20 terror. Gain a restful night. We have a couple port reports for you. Mount Palmerston, Port Cecil, Pigmoat, Polythreme, Shalonate, Fathoms King, Irem. We had a couple more than I thought we did, actually. That's all we need from you. Don't have anything for the diplomats. Don't think we have anything in the study, but I'm going to check anyways. Nope. And I'm complimenting... I'm contemplating, not complimenting, contemplating selling this off. Because at this point, we're just going to keep on with this captain. If we die, I just want to get to an ending at this point. We're just going to reload rather than continue on with the new captain. Oh yeah, let's sell this off and get a little bit of extra cash. It's only going to be like 1,000 or so, I think. 934. That's okay. So that's 6,500 echo. Back to the rest of the city. Shipyard. It's 7,000 for the one I want, isn't it? Let's see. We just cannot afford losing hold space. The fact that we go down to 30 with the next one and lose so many... Yeah. We're just never doing that one. The Corvette. Maybe... I would much prefer the merchant cruiser, though. 30 quarters, 5 hearts, 300 health. That's like the main issue. Plus it gets like quite a bit more ship options. The thing is, I think we could technically make that 500 right now. By going to the Alarming Scholar. Oh, a little present from the Scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. A couple of supplies. Thanks. We're gonna give him the lamentable relics, I think. He'll give us... Never mind, we're not gonna give him the others. Not giving him that. I don't remember there was another use for the unread log. I feel like there was... You know what? You've left it untouched. The Scholar likes fresh secrets. This is a spicy one. Craw case will be dripping with envy. Remind me to invite you for dinner soon, and thank you properly. Only 20 echo, probably a mistake. I guess we'll sell off a couple memories of distant shores. Strange catches, lamentable relics, ambiguous eelith. I thought we could make a little bit more from them than we did, but I guess not. Nothing for you. And I think that's it. Hold-wise, we still have some space, right? Yes. I wish we could just make like a 450 echo right now. We have 6 spaces open. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I forgot we needed to buy a whole bunch of foxfire candles. That's gonna have to hold off till we get our next ship. What to do? We're like filled back up on hold space, hull strength, and crew members. I think the best and quickest way for us to make money is going to be continuing on at the principal's end. So, why can't I use escaped? Actually, probably a good thing. Geist 8. Think. Yeah. Going to go down to Station 3, then up to Port Cecil, I think. So, and just continue on with this. So, we'll be right back. There was one more thing I wanted to do. I remembered it as I left port. Let's have a conversation with the genial magician first, shall we? Speak to. Oh yeah, I was reading about this. This is like a very expensive way to get rid of some terror. But anyway, we have to give up some supplies to actually complete his storyline. Ask bluntly about his hook. After a fish supper and a half carafe of adequate moral ways. A profession-changing injury. A snake bit it off. For once, he is not smiling. I put my hand through an unwise mirror, and a snake bit it off. That ended my career in the theater. He leans forward. I am not a spiteful man, but I lost my hand. Perhaps you can imagine what that means to a magician. I am looking for revenge, Captain. I need weapons against the serpent. I rather hope we might come across them. I may ask a favor of you if we do. Find a serpent image to continue the genial magician story. They can often be found in Irem and rarely in Vanderbite and other places. Oh, yes. Actually, that whole finding it in Irem thing, that's going to be our easiest way to find it, and we're going to need a bag of coffee beans in order to actually acquire it. So it's a good thing I remember to do that before we move too far out. Also, but pretty good thing it required a thing of supplies. I guess we have 2 open spots now. Sack of coffee beans. I guess I'll fill back up that supply slot. And we can't continue the other thing. Okay. So, not sure that really changes our plans. We're still going to go down to Station 3, then up to like Port Cecil, and then onward up to Irem to pick up to continue on with the serpent image so we can continue that mission. So, glad I caught that when I did. Okay, so we're traveling over to Station 3. I stopped at Pigmoat and Shepherd Isles just to pick up their port reports. And here we see a ship belonging to the Pirate Poet. I believe this is the Pirate Poet class. Wait, no it's not. I brought us in early because I thought this was the Pirate Poet ship and we'd get a couple hundred echo for it. But I jumped the gun a little apparently. And pick up a firkin of prisoner's wine. Ah, well. Never mind then, down to Station 3. Here we are, over at Station 3. Somewheres in here is a way to, is to get a heart metal ingot. Here it is. But there's also quite a bit more here than I thought. Anyways, let's exchange a long box for a metal ingot, a heart metal ingot, then we'll start going through some of this other stuff. What use is heart metal to you? But then, what use is a long box? Perhaps you should imagine the whisper at shoulder. What use indeed? Is it a heart? When you turn, there's only the ragged flirting of the wind. A covert exchange. The legalities of trading in heart metal are vague. If its existence were acknowledged by laws, it might be forbidden. Put it somewhere out of the way. You now have a heart metal ingot. We no longer have a long box. Can't do anything more there. Guarding the yard. Can't do because we have something awaits you. I visit the soothing Cooper. She has a little jar of heart metal shavings. Bits too small to be reused for any other purpose. Picked out of the teeth of the nutcracker. Boiling liquids. Sooth meets you at the door. Cooper is not home. Sooth has a cauldron on the boil already, and in go the shavings. You wouldn't think they'd melt, but they go like butter, swirling into the mix. Have 'em bottled by tomorrow, forenoon, Sooth says, not looking up from his stirrings. And I guess that's it. Thought there might be a little bit more than that, but I guess not. Well, we do have... Is it like a cargo item or a... Okay, it's a curiosity. Heart metal ingots. And an ambiguous eolith to turn in. Probably going to be starting with the Wakeful Idol, since it appears that's the only one that still takes up an actual cargo slot. But anyways, out of there. And it's up to Port Cecil. Going past the con and hoping we avoid enemies. It did actually come around like that. It got lucky coming down. Let's hope we get lucky going up too. Okay, we've made it back to Port Cecil, no problem. Anyways, let's gather. We might as well pick up the port report while we're here. That's just a little bit of extra cash and a free fuel. An extra move. And now we have 3 options here. But we only have like 9 spaces open, so we're going to only do the one for now. And hopefully we'll be able to make enough echo on this trip to upgrade the ship. Anyways, give the principals a wakeful idol. That gorgeous little spark, a counterweight. I will devolve, and my emissary must end with me. To satisfy the chain, we must have an ascension. This little fellow will arise as I descend. Perhaps you can take her with you. Here, your skintalack. Another secret? I have so few remaining. Will you despoil me further? You will? No, I am tired. No secret for you today. If you press me, I will sulk. I am old. I want to be less than I am. I want to be only coral. Call that a secret, if you must. Okay, so there's the 7 skintalack. Doing either of those right now would just be like a total waste. Up the steps. We could gather skintalack right now, but I think we're going to need to spend our few remaining cargo spaces on fuel and supplies. I don't know what here we actually need for missions anymore. I think we're going to need 1 skintalack for a mission. We're going to need at least 1 zoob. We need this. We need this. No idea if we need that. We need at least 1 of these, and we need all 5 of these. So there are a couple of things in here we could technically get rid of, but hopefully that won't be a mission for issue for much longer. Blah. But anyways, we also have explore the coral knoll around Port Cecil. A shadowy predator. Oh, come on, we're just gonna lose crew members for this, right? I think we've seen this event before. It's the little things, the click of a sliding stone where there would be silence, a motion in the shadows, as if they were thick stirred like ink, a lull in the cries of the Z-bats. Something is watching you, drawing closer hour by hour. You and your crew draw back to back, watching the darkness. Run away! Retreat to the ship! Put clear black water between you and the thing in the shadows. This thing will eat like 3 crew members, if I remember correctly, so let's try and get away. An orderly retreat. You sense it in the murk, its course parallel to your own. But by the time it draws near, the lights of the port are already ahead. Your sailors clatter up the gangplank, whispering together in nervous undertones. Gain a terror and a tale of terror. Okay, nothing good out of that. But hey, we do have some skintalack to sell back home, but we're not quite done with our trip out here. What do we want to go? We need to go to Irem. Supplies-wise, I think we'll be fine. Going up to Irem, using the coffee beans to get a serpent image. Maybe stop at Malt Palmerston, go down to Polythreme, and then go back. Give that curious object from Mount... Wait, no. I'm misremembering. You buy the wakeful idol here and bring it here, not here and here. Well, we could get another one of those ambiguous eolith things and see how much we get for it. But I think from what I was reading about the wakeful idol, it's also pretty expensive here. So, we're going to head up to Irem now and get what we need there. And we'll consider picking up an idol and selling it to the, what's their name? I don't remember. The Curious Scholar or whatever. I found a thing on the way to Irem. In the Tides of Appetite, apparently a little section we haven't actually looked at before, is this thing called Aishaven. And it has a port docking spot, as well as... Is that a... Okay, that's a pirate poet. Godfall. Oh, wait, we've seen this thing before, but we weren't able to do anything here because we didn't have the right items we need. I would love to give you some wine or a hunting trophy, but even if we had a hunting trophies, we would need those, and we definitely need our wine. So let's just pick up a report here. They're eager to talk about their history. The stalactite, they assure you, was one of the citadels of the starved men who dwell on the roof. When it fell, a few of its occupants survived to become the monks' progenitors. How does that work, you wonder, with their vow of celibacy? You become vague and are suddenly eager to speak of the details of passing shipment. And don't have candles, don't have hunting trophies, and aren't giving up wine. So... But... we are in a pretty good position to take on a pirate poet. They're gonna get a shot off. Oh, they missed! Ha, they fools! This will give us a lot of the echo we still need. What kind of maneuver was that? The maneuvers done by ships in this game are just like really weird. 2 more shots. Unless we're like super unlucky. 1 more shot unless we're like super unlucky. There we go. Yeah, our minimum damage is technically 20. Investigate the wreckage, rescue the the pirate poets. Ooh, 500 echo. We got like the full thing. And what's in the cache? A filthy scrap of paper, creased and grimy. It's a page from a journal. Until the 6th candle was extinguished, now we all watched the flame as it stood up, as it were on tiptoe, taller and bluer each heartbeat. Its lights grew brighter in the moments before it failed, so that I saw the faces of all my companions, drawn in white as if we were already dead. Then the candle flame drew itself up like a dancer and was extinguished. Dark fell upon us all like a wave, and I heard the hatchlings uncoil. You've gained a tale of terror. Okay. So, a pretty good fight with the pirate poet there, indeed. Managed to get by without even getting shot. They only got 1 shot off and it missed. And that puts us like a pretty good way towards upgrading. Like, we have 490 echo worth of scintillac on us right now, which will already put us above 7,000. What type of ship is that? I wish I could see how much health it has. I think those things are hostile, though, if we get too close. I think we fought one before. I just don't remember how strong they are. But anyways, on to Irem. We're up here in Irem, and just, like, insane music kicked in. Or report, because we need that. Ooh. Oh, we can only do one or the other, though. That sucks. 2 moves in the Great Game, those are way more profitable than the Lamentable Relics. Anyways, the House of the Amber Sky. We've already read that bit before. It gives us our coffee beans. Retrieve a serpent image. This isn't a new part to read, though. The jungle around you is rich with violently colored fruit, buzzing with insects and unseen life. There is something nestled in the mossy crook of a gray-leafed tree. A wooden serpent, lacquered with black, red, and yellow. Its eyes are garnet flakes. Mind if I pick that up? The genial magician asks. Was he with you when you lay down to sleep? A weapon, perhaps. Humans will rule the waking world, he tells you, more or less. And the Finger Kings rule most of this place. A long time ago, some rather careless people made these images to imprison Finger Kings. I'm not so careless. I can use it to enact my revenge on the king that took my hand. He is gloating. He actually strokes his mustache with his... He's gloating. He actually strokes his mustache with his hook. Captain Hook? Is that you? He retires to his cabin to investigate the serpent image, but emerges a day later disappointed. Different geometries. He explains obscurely. Do you mind if we pop by the Connates? I can find someone there to help me work this one out. Is it the Port of Khan's Heart to help the magician further? Okay. Nothing else we can do there. Well, I am thinking about it, though. The Khan's Heart is a problem, but we have drowning pearls, and I think these are what you use to gain clemency there. We might stop by at Khan's Glory on the way down to Khan's Heart. But anyways, while we're here, we are going to buy a Watchful Curio, I think. I think we're going to do it. We have the secrets for it, and we're not really using them for anything else. Yeah. We'll stop at Polythreme. On our way down. I don't know if I'm actually going to catch that on recording. We've already seen it before, unless it's like different this time. And then we'll probably stop at Port Cecil for fuel and supplies, and then head back to Fallen London. So if we catch any news story bits, we'll bring them up, but if not, we'll just be in Fallen London in a moment. Actually bringing us back in Polythreme, I've already turned the Wakeful Idol, or Watchful Idol, or the Watchful Curio into a Wakeful Idol. I forgot about a pretty important thing, though. We had a mission to come to Polythreme for the Blind Bruiser. So we're actually 1,000 echoes shorter than we thought we were. Which is, yeah. I didn't quite realize that. I thought we were in a better position than we are. I think we're still going to get quite a bit when we return to London. Like, this is 200. We have a couple port reports to turn in. This is like 490. And I think what I read said this was about 500, I think? I don't know. But anyways, we're going to stop by at Port Cecil as well to pick up fuels and supplies. And then we'll continue on. There's been a slight change of plans. I was thinking about it, and I realized I didn't stop at the Empire of Hands to pick up a port report, which is probably a mistake, because this port report's like 50 echo, which would have been really nice towards what we need. So I decided I was going to make a detour down to the Sea of Lilies and pick up a port report there. I then got chased by a giant eel that brought me down, down here, and there was a giant shark right here, so I had to cut down further. And at this point, we're pretty far out of the way, so we're actually just going to go down to the Khan area, ask for clemency, and hopefully pick up our fuel there. There's apparently also a pirate frigate down here, so might as well just deal with this too. This thing shouldn't be too much problem, too much trouble. We're not going to kill all its crew, but we are going to take down the ship. Loot and scuttle her. 2 supplies of fuel, and a cache of curiosities, or an extra fuel. Okay, that's nice. How far down are we? Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna cut across sideways and come over at Khan's Glory, barring any more interruptions. Okay, we made it to the Khan's Glory. Almost ran into a Khan warship, but managed to avoid it. And we're just here on a maybe. On a hopefully, actually. Okay. Offer a gift to the Thai men. This clan is named for a sizable and ferocious fish of the surface. They have a fondness for drowning pearls, for some secret clan ritual. An offering accepted. In the yellow chamber by the palace entrance, a masked functionary scrutinizes the pearls. Yes, she says, even through the mask. She does not meet your eyes. She rises, turns, and leaves. You've lost 5 drowning pearls for Taiman's mercy. We need 3 of those. We have enough to do it 3 times, so that's exactly the same. That's exactly the same. Plead your case with the Thai men. Taiman clan has long controlled the White and Golds, the loyalty service, who watch Koganians and foreigners alike. If you're convinced your intentions are good, if they're convinced your intentions are good, they may be lenient. If your suspicion has risen too high, this will reduce it. Two masked functionaries hear your request. They confer briefly. One of them marks the paper in front of him. They wait for you to leave. Lost all of our favor. We're down at 18. Okay, that's enough to actually buy fuel then. And enough where the warships shouldn't attack us. We can't even buy supplies here because supplies gain suspicion. But at least we can actually enter the place. We're going to be paying ludicrous amounts for the fuel here. How are we doing on hold space, by the way? 8 open slots. We could have picked up Skintalac if we'd gone to, what's it called? The Port Cecil instead. Anyways, we're here at least. Find help for the genial magician. Someone in Khan's heart is what he needs. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. These are only bad options. We can't do any of these other two, and this one's real expensive. That's like all of our Skintalac reserves right now. Which means there's no way we upgrade our ship whenever we land in London. But oh well. Hire informers, someone will know. The merchants of truth. The informers of the Copper Quarter by the docks peddle knowledge from all over the Unterzee. The only things they won't sell are their real names. One who calls herself the Bright Bird introduces you and the magician to a wizened man in bright spider silk, a collector of looking glasses. The magician and the collector mutter together for a while. The collector wheezes with laughter. At last the magician returns, eyes bright. All shall be well, he says, and all manner of things shall be well. I know where to go now. I know what to do. Thank you, my friend. My revenge is almost within my grasp. He looks ruefully at his hook. I was like, I know that phrase. That's from Irem, when you go through the port there. Anyways, return to London to continue and visit the Forgotten Quarter. Khan's Hearts. This will raise us to 19. That would raise us to 19 probably, but we already have full crew, so it doesn't matter. Wandering would probably be a bad idea. Oh, we can't even buy fuel? Pay it. Establish a spy in Khan's heart. If you're caught, it will mean trouble. If you're successful, you can tap your network later for intelligence. The dark speckled admiral and the voracious diplomat, among others, will be interested. 66%? 100 echo? Sure. Success! Your agent sends a message via bat courier. They have found lodgings, contacts, possibilities. On subsequent visits to Khan's Heart, you will be able to grow your network, or tap it for information. The more it grows, the more effective it will be. Find out what your spies need. To improve the quality of your network, you'll need something. Find out what. Baits. Your cunning is required. Seek another opportunity. Your cunning is required. This will need your personal attention. A craftsman. If you ever want to retire from sailing, offers one spy, you found your niche. Perhaps it's a flattery, but you've done well tonight. Gain a network, gain a moves in the great game. Nice. I think we have to do it. Purchase fuel. Oh wait, the fuel doesn't actually raise prices. I think buying up to 5 fuel will let us get back to London. I think supplies will be fine. Worst case scenario, we eat a zoop. Okay. On to London then. We should make it just fine. We just got an interesting pop-up as soon as we left the con area. A tryst. A discreet opportunity has arisen to spend time with your favorite officer. This will noticeably reduce your terror, unless it's already low. But if you have a sweetheart back home, you may want to think twice. I wish you could look at our terror right now. If we hit perhaps not, will this go away so we can look real quick? Ah, no, it just disappears. Oh, I wish I'd done that then. Never mind. For real this time, we're actually going up against a pirate poet again. Not another false alarm like the first time this episode. This will definitely give us a fuel and a supply. It's just a question of the... and a bunch of echo. It's just a question of what the other thing it gives us is. Like, this is 100% worth it, regardless of how much fuel. Unless it takes all of our fuel. But oh, it missed its shot, even better. Should be 3 more? Might get unlucky here. We have to get real lucky to do it 1 more shot. Like a minimum roll, basically. I got a shot off. Investigate the wreckage. Rescue the pirate poets. 300 echo, a fuel, a supply, a cache of curiosity. It's a page from a journal. On the day we saw the pillars of Irem, they are not what I expected. Irem is the place one does not expect. That is its nature. You have seen it in your dreams. Guess you, who found this page long after my death. I knew when I wrote these words that you would read them one day. Irem taught me this, and now Irem's lesson is all that remains of me. Oh, we've already read that one before. Not really what I wanted. We have enough stories. I was going to come down to Demo Islands. I think it's not... I think we'll be okay. Like, I was coming down this way. I was going to, like, scoop up and around. Go to, like, the Humane Canal as well. But I'm not sure if we're going to have enough fuels and supplies for that. So, we're going to pick up Demo Islands... port report, then probably just cut straight up through Mutton's Island and onto Fallen London. I saw a ship. It was like behind... There it is. That's like a trading vessel, not like a pirate vessel, so we're not going to deal with that. Compile port reports. Oh! That's probably worth it. Here, it's mushrooms for every meal. A sign on the dock, blotched by mildew, promises a reward for anyone who provides an alternative. The affable factor covers his mouth as he peers into the crate. He turns and stumbles, sobbing into your arms. Meat, oh bless you! Please and thanks. He waves in 2 sturdy Boligus fellers, bearing a coffin. Part of a misdelivered consignment. I'm sure you'll find some use for it. And if not, well, there are always buyers. And that's all we can do here. That was pretty nice. Now, on to London. Okay, we're back here in Fallen London. We were cutting it a little close with fuel. We're down to we're on our last one. This number below that's hidden actually says 0. Anyways, that's... Nightmare's up to 5. Ugh. Made up the cargo. Gained 200 echo and a couple fuel. Port reports. Again. Not really anything new here. Just picking up the fuel. Submit as fact. Success. More echo. A favor. And a fuel. Big moat. Polythreme. Wisdom. Irem. Quaker's Haven. Demo? I just sort of was hoping that we had enough cargo space after all that, and I guess we had just enough. I have no idea which of us gives, which gives more for, something awaits you. Don't actually need anyone more there. Don't think we're gonna pick up an agent. Describe recent moves in the Great Game. Oh yes. The diplomat takes no notes, only listens with utmost concentration. Fingertips touching, eyes slightly closed. The payment is small but welcome. I think we did it again, right? The dark speckled admiral. The admiral gives more, I think. Actually, we need to go to the dry dock. Maybe. I'll just pay the 25 echo and the favors. Lodgings. Spend time with family. Enjoy their company. Once again, nothing in the... I keep checking. I check everything every time we come here, but there's nothing new most of the time. Nothing there. Alarming Scholar. We do have something for you, though. A wakeful idol. Perhaps it's safer to get rid of it. Oh, it was only 100 echo? I thought it was a lot more than that. Never mind, then. This one has traveled a long way. I smell diamonds, copper, basalt. Oh, thank you. And... Old wise. Oh yeah, we do still have Skintilax to sell. But there is something I would like to do first. Yeah, this episode will just go a little late. The Forgotten Quarter. No one visits the Forgotten Quarter of Fallen London anymore. No one remembers why. Except archaeologists, treasure hunters, and magicians who've lost their hand to imaginary serpents. The world is thin here, the magician once told you. It's closer to the place behind mirrors, to Parabola. I'm gonna drop in a save here. Oh, I guess I'll do this as Geist 9. We have 2 firkins of prisoner honey, so we can try this twice. But if we don't get it, I will reload and try again, because this stuff is hard to come by. Open the way to the Forgotten Quarter. My revenge waits for me there. I'll need honey to navigate the dreams. Can you lend me a barrel of the stuff and help me with the dreaming? I will show my gratitude when the time comes. Mirrors. Can we raise our mirrors any? First officer, mirrors 6. Mirrors +2. Mirrors +3. Temporarily do all that. So now we have our best chance as far as mirrors is concerned. 33%. That's a little better. We technically could even increase that some more if we were to spend some of our secrets, but let's try it. Got it first try. A road of roses. Prisoner's honey transports the dreamer's body as well as mind. You walk beside the magician along a path linked with watchful black roses. The roses built this way, he says, another Parabola's servant peoples. It pleases me to use it against the kings of that place. Look, the light up ahead. When we wake, we'll know the way to the quarter. The magician's story continues. No one visits the Forgotten Quarter. We ever read it. The genial magician's plan. What is it exactly? Obtain an eyeless skull from a forgetful archaeologist? We're not going to do that. Don't purchase it unless you're sure you want to. We're not sure we want to, so we're not going to. A prison for serpents. It's my enemy, he explains, roams the mirror marches at the edge of Parabola. He taps the wooden statue. I have baited this image with a sense of life. My enemy will enter and be ensnared, and then we can put its power to use, you and me, you and I. He frowns. There is a possibility it will enter me instead. Quite a real possibility. Should that occur, I trust you will murder my stolen body and fling it in the sea. Ah, here it is. We could dissuade the genial magician from his plan. He's found a new life. This is too risky. And if we succeed, we did just keep the genial magician. But that's not what we need. We need the satisfied magician, which we can only get if he succeeds in his plan. And even then, I think there's a chance he becomes something else. I think there are technically 3 things he can become. Yeah. I think he has 3 upgrade routes. The one we're looking for, I think, is called the Satisfied Magician. Give him what he needs to complete his plan. Where I go alone, but I must ask your help. I know you have already been a good friend to me, but this will be the last thing I ever ask of you. Perhaps not quite the last thing. If something else comes back wearing my body, you will see me drowned, yes, please. A hard victory. He is gone, as he told you, for 11 hours exactly. You wait in the old caravanserai at the quarter's edge. Blue lights flicker in the mist. An unlikely wind stirs your hair. And here he is. He stares out of the mist. Blood trickles from his eyes, but he is smiling. An exhausted, desperate smile. He clasps your hand and leans on your shoulder all the way back. You no longer have any of this genial magician. The magician's story continues. You lost your secret and you gain a skin plaque. I think that's what we need. I'm double checking this. Because if it's not, we have to reload. The all bold on this thing that says toast is accurate. Yes, we got it. This is exactly what we needed. Share a toast with a satisfied magician. The magician will not speak of precisely what happened there in the Forgotten Quarter, but he proposes a toast. To the ensnarement of serpents. Toast! Cheerful banter. The magician is slower to smile than he was, but the smile, you think, is more sincere. He has no plans to leave Dazee at your service. I owe this victory to you, he says. He looks down at the serpent image where it sits in his lap. Its wooden eyes seem to brim with furious desperation. And this will permit some partial repayment of my great debt to you. Speak to me later. The magician's story continues. You now have one of this. The satisfied magician. He has the quiet smile of a man who has tamped down the earth on his enemy's grave. Lost in terror and gained a mirror. And I guess we can go back to the Forgotten Quarter whenever we want for that thing. But if I remember where it is in here, I think it's in the dry docks. Should be. Here it is. Construct the Serpentine. The magician will supervise the work himself at night. The Serpentine is a fuel-efficient engine of 1800 power that increases both veils and hearts by 5. Ooh, I think it's worth it. It puts us off of upgrading the ship itself a little bit longer, but it will save us fuel. And Veils and Heart going up by 5 are both real good. Let's do it. The Serpent's Prison. I have set him within a cage of fire. He can look all he likes. He can rage all he wants. His hungers will drive us across the sea. Let's change out those old things. 300 extra engine power. Plus it gives Veils and Hearts. Plus it's 10% of fuel efficiency. Where is it? Where do we sell that thing? It's this one. No, it's Iron and Misery. Sell. So we won't be buying any engines for a while. You do have a... think about it, which of these is the deck weapon? It's this one. What is that? 18 damage. It's a +6 all around. Which might be worth it. That might be enough. That'll make killing, like, jellyfish a little bit better. And, like, the smaller stuff. It will help with the big stuff, too, but I don't think it's going to be a big enough boost without also upgrading the ship. So we're going to hold off on that. And I think for now, that's all we have to do here, besides sell the Skintalak. Almost forgot about that. I don't think we need any more of that, plus we're going to be getting more anyways. So, this episode's gone quite a bit longer than the other, than usual, but anyways. Hey, it's okay. Your father's bones. An eldest end. We basically just need a fluke core, which we need to upgrade the ship for. A willing guest. We basically just need some hunting trophies, which we need to upgrade the ship for. We have that, and we can get that whenever we want. So we're in like a real good position now. Yeah. I picked this guy up because of the 5% fuel efficiency, but I'm thinking the Satisfied Magician is going to be just a little better. And we can fix the rest of this now, I think. Oops. I think we'll just go to how we were before. That will do. We might be able to pick up a better gunnery officer at some point, but I think for now this is going to be our best loadout. And yeah, that's a pretty good place to end it off. Nothing left to do here in Fallen London. But last episode was a bit frustrating. We felt like we were taking steps forward and then just getting knocked down. Like, oh, you could do this if you had this over and over again. But this episode, things just went right. We got really close. Not as close as I thought we were to upgrading our ship to the next level. We got like a real good engine after finally getting the last crew member we needed. That's 100. We could even sell off that engine right now and just for another 1,200 get another one. But I think until we can collect the rest of them, we're just going to hold on to this one. That means we're going to have to buy an extra engine. Whenever we actually go to turn in all of our Your Father's Missing Bones achievement things, we're going to need to make sure we have an extra engine on us. But yeah, today was a good episode. Last episode was annoying, but this time it went well. So yep. That we can turn in for 7... yeah, that we can turn in for 7 Skintalak whenever we go back, and that we can turn in for 7 Skintalak. So that's, what, like 980 Echo right there? We just need to put together an extra like 500 or so to upgrade the ship. And then like an extra 1,000 or so to get a better gun. And maybe fill in the extra gun slots we're going to get. So we still are a little ways off of the Echo we need. But we're working on it. I think we could technically even go to like go down to the Humane Canal, and we have a mission from the Admiralty to go down there and get the strategic information. Yeah, which is like 150. So I think okay. For next episode, before tomorrow's episode, I think I'm going to go in and just spend a little bit of time, like, running around, picking up port reports, picking up, like, strategic information. Like, running back and forth to Fallen London with a whole bunch of port reports every time and a whole bunch of strategic information whenever I can get it. And, or maybe just doing some, like, other little things. Like, you know what? I'm going to drop in a save right now. Save over Geist 9. Yeah. Just to test something. I'm going to be reloading this. How much would he buy an ambiguous eolith for? 1 echo. Nope, that's not happening. So, as we load back into the game so I can make sure we have the right save on deck. Still have that, right? Yes, okay. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care everyone.